Respected sadhakas, welcome. We are seeing this is the way, slowly, steadily, molding our intellect to know what is the ultimate goal. Regularly studying to the Shastra. We are also understanding through this experiment that is not sufficient unless our Prakriti, the Antakarana, the Bahya Karana are beautified or modified or purified or conquered. We cannot make use of that knowledge gained intellectually. We are also slowly understanding that though it is the toughest but the greatest pursuit that a human being can follow and achieve. We are also understanding that it is we only we have to do that. And we also understanding day by day, if we are really fortunate, that the entire human life of all outer and inner resources are given to us by the Lord only for achieving this ultimate purpose. Any other purpose conceived is only the imagination projection of the mind, which is not minded, which is given license, which is given freedom. Let us not give that freedom and license to the mind to conceive anything else as goal other than Paramatma. Then, through the study of the Shastras regularly, what is, where is, how is Paramatma, how to achieve Him, let us have the clarity of these things. Then, to travel in that path and reach out. The vehicle being our own inner antakarana, it has to be mastered, maintained, purified, strengthened by all means in all the required aspects. And let us accept that entire life is to be dedicated only for that. May no other distracting thought take us away from our main goal even once. May we invoke the grace of God and Guru Parampara in this regard and wait for their blessings to come. The blessings are coming, but some of the prarabdha we have to go through, some of the adjustments have to be made inside and outside. Therefore, prayers and sadhanas are immediately, instantaneously not answered. They seem to be not answered, but the process has started. So let us do the best with our all abilities, opportunities. Let us also leave it to the Lord for His grace. Let us have the patience also to wait for the thing to happen. In these things and many other required things in spiritual unfoldment, whatever the maturities that are required, may all of them come to us through our everyday study, everyday interaction, everyday introspection, and everyday contemplation. Today also, let us have first our Veda Mantra Ucharana, second our Taittiriya Upanishad Adhyanam with Adi Shankara Bhashyam, Brahmananda Valli, ANUVAKAM, Ananda MEEMAAMSA. Third, let us have our Yoga Darshana class in which we will be seeing the last two or three sutras. Fourth, let us have our Mundaka Upanishad, two, three last mantras talking about how everything has come from the Lord. Fifth, the Bhagavad Gita class, eighth chapter, today or tomorrow it will conclude. Sixth, in the 12th skanda of Bhagavatam, we will see how Yajnavalkyaji praised Lord Surya and gets from him the Shukla Yajur Veda. Seventh, let us see today our Bhagavatam Dashama Skandha, how Bhagavan Krishna takes Mata Rukmini. Eighth, in Adhyatma Ramayanam, we will see how Lord Hanumanji, we have seen yesterday how he tackled Surasa. Today we will do the Mainaka and Simhika, even Lankini also, as the time is given. So too, in our ninth program today, we will have our Ashtotra Shatnamavali chanting of one of the expressions of the mother. So let this day be that way, in pre-planned manner, totally dedicated for spiritual pursuit. Once that is decided, we have to put our extra efforts in making this pursuit more deeper, more sincere, more perfect, so that it becomes doubtlessly fruitful. Let us start. Same mantra. ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भवैव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकन्नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः समस्तगुरु शास्त्र देवता परंपरा सांप्रदाय संस्कृतियुक्त समस्त सद्विषयाणां पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा अतिशीघ्र गतिना समस्त विश्वस्य आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्वशांति कल्याण एकदा प्राप्त्यर्थं ये ये भक्ताः साधकाः अस्मिन् कार्ये नित्य निरंतर परिश्रमणाः भवन्ति तेषां सर्वेषां समस्त शक्तीनां साधनानां संपदानां सानुकूल्यतानां प्राप्ति विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धारिते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं बलवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचयिनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ॐ अथ ॐ शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत् तद्वक्तारमावीत् आवीन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली। ॐ अथ अष्टमोऽनुवाकः। ॐ भीषास्माद्वातः पवते भीषोदेति सूर्यः भीषास्मादग्निश्चेन्द्रश्च मृत्युर्धावति पञ्चमयिते सैषानन्दस्य मीमांसा भवति युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः आशिष्ठो दृढिष्ठो बलिष्ठः तस्येयं पृथिवी सर्वा वित्तस्य पूर्णा स्यात् स एको मानुष आनन्दः तेषदं मानुष आनन्दाः स एको मनुष्यगन्धर्वाणामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य तेषतं मनुष्यगन्धर्वाणामानन्दाः स एको देवगन्धर्वाणामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य तेषतं देवगन्धर्वाणामानन्दाः स एकः पितॄणां चरलोकलोकानामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य तेषतं पितॄणां चरलोकलोकानामानन्दाः स एक आजानजानां देवानामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य तेषतमाजानजानां देवानामानन्दाः स एकः कर्मदेवानां देवानामानन्दः ये कर्मणा देवानभियन्ते श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य तेषतं कर्मदेवानां देवानामानन्दाः स एको देवानामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतं देवानामानन्दाः स एक इन्द्रस्यानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतमिन्द्रस्यानन्दाः स एको बृहस्पतेरानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतं बृहस्पतेरानन्दाः स एकः प्रजापतेरानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतं प्रजापतेरानन्दाः स एको ब्रह्मण आनन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य स यश्चायं पुरुषे यश्चासावादित्ये स एकः स य एवं विद अस्माल्लोकात् प्रेत्य एतमन्नमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतं प्राणमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतं मनोमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतं विज्ञानमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते एतमानन्दमयमात्मानमुपसङ्क्रामते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, let us salute Parabrahma Tattva, Shruti Mata, all Brahma Vidya, Acharyas, Rishis, Gurus, Munis, Devatas, especially Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yajnavalkya, Adya Shankara, who are our this Taittiriya Upanishad Acharyas. Special salutations to our own Guru Parampara, our own Swaguru. This is necessary for our minds to get purified and tuned to study this sublime Shastra in this Kali Yuga with our minds so much extroverted and impure, filled with the Kshipta Moda Vikshipta Rajotamo Bhumikas. Every day, only when we invoke their grace, little purity, little understanding of this Sukshma Vedanta Vishaya can happen in our life. We all have recognized it. We have to be regular in class. Rishi Guru Parampara only helps us. We have to be steady in listening. The Rishi Guru Devata Parampara alone is helping us. We have to understand what is said while listening. That also by God's Guru's grace. We have to retain what is heard after the class. That also by their grace. We have to contemplate on what we have gathered the information. That also by the grace of God and Guru. Then in that Mananan Chintanam, we have to be clearly in our understanding without doubts established. That also by Guru Ishvara Kripa. And that understanding we have to start practicing in small doses till only that practice is done, no other thing. That also happens by the grace of Guru Parampara and Ishvara. Finally, the experience also comes by their grace and then establishing in that self that I am that self also by Ishvara Guru Kripa. No moment, no day without Ishvara and Guru Anugraha invocation. All the time keep on doing that. Now we are into the Taittiriya Upanishad, Pratama Shiksha Valli, Dvitiya Brahmananda Valli. In Shiksha Valli, Upasana Prakriya was there. In Brahmananda Valli, Brahma Jnana, through that Brahma Prapti, through that Brahma Ananda, through that Moksha from every Abrahma, called as Jiva Jagadishwara and their Veda, we are being taught here. In this every Anuvaka, so wonderful, we have come up to now, after 6th and 7th, exhaustively studying 8th Anuvaka. 8th Anuvaka is talking about one thing in the first para, the Rigveda quotation of establishing presence of Brahman through seeing the world of phenomena which is working as if frightened by someone, and that frightening factor is Parabrahma, therefore Brahma Asti. Thereafter we took up the second topic of the Brahma Ananda Meemamsa or Ananda Meemamsa. So here the basic point is the Ananda gained are of two types. One is conditional, second is unconditional. The unconditional Ananda is by transcending all conditions and identifying ourselves with the Ananda Swarupa, Satchit Brahma Swarupa Vastu. That is the ultimate goal indicated by Upanishad. But before also, by explaining to us the Parampara, the conditional Ananda also is being given. Most of us think the Ananda gained by conditions are the outer conditions. Therefore, people try to improve the outer conditions. Many a time the outer conditions improve, but for some time only that happiness comes out of improved outer condition. Thereafter one enters back into the same dukkha. All these having thoroughly analyzed, then the Rishi Munis have told us, yes, by conditions only the condition happening happens, other than the unconditional Brahma Anubhava, but that conditions are not outer, but it is inner. The more we become refined in our inner conditions, the more the Brahma Ananda quantity expressed goes on growing. Therefore, by this analysis between the Manusha Ananda and Manusha Gandharva Ananda, Bhagavan Adi Shankara Spashta Rupena, he has put in front of us that the chitta prasannata is in direct proportion to the expression of Brahmananda in it. So all our aim therefore must be because of must be aimed at getting this chitta prasannata. So one way of getting the chitta prasannata is by outside doing the dharma, second doing the upasana adi, third doing the punya karma, fourth doing the yajna yaga. And all of them can be done for any outer objects gain also. Then those objects will come, but they go away. We are back to same dukkha. Then what to do? Outer these four things, whether yajnas, whether upasanas, whether punyas, whether dharmas, have to be done only for inner purity. This should be very, very importantly kept in our life. After listening to Vedanta Shastra so far, what exactly we must aim at and how to gain that? If that clarity has not come, means we have to improve our seriousness, sincerity. We need Ananda. We need unconditional Brahmananda. That depends on the inner transcendence of the Upadhis. Even before transcending the Upadhi, even to have the faith in the presence of Brahma Ananda, that also within us. Within us, we have to find more and more happiness, not outside. Not aiming it outside. Outside, there is no happiness. Inner happiness also we must understand, know that it comes uh, from the refined and purified inner equipments only. That's called Antakarana Shuddhi. Therefore, we work outside but not for any outer benefits. We don't depend on outer things anymore. That corrupts inner mind also. That disappoints us outside also, which we are seeing in every life, this life also till now. So all our outer activities are only sadhanas, and all our outer sadhanas are aimed at only the inner purity. Yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Underline this point. We do the outer sadhanas, outer karma only as sadhanas, and only sadhana karma we do for our inner purification. The antakarana shuddhi, freed from tamomala, our laziness and sleepiness and materialism, freed from the rajomala of the kama krodhadi durgunas. Outside sadhanas are done. And then inside also we have to do the sadhana of the vicharana. Through the sadhana of the vicharana, what is the thick obstacle because of which our own inner Brahmananda is not experienced by us? We have to discover. Again, from within also we'll know it is the inner impurity only. So from within also when we sit quietly for sadhana, we have to purify our antakarana again in the same manner so that we are more relaxed, more happy from within also. That too is a conditional happiness before we go for the unconditional Brahmananda. The sequence told was the Manusyas have done Vishesha Karma and Upasana, then they became Manusya Gandharva, and in the Manusya Gandharva Sthiti, they first have the Antardhana, the Shakti, along with that they have the Sukshma Karyakarana Sanghata. Because of the Antardhana Shakti, here Antardhana Shakti means from our practical external life standpoint, Antardhana ho jana ka arth kya hai? Whenever any problem or tussle comes up, without making an issue, remaining quiet is called Antardhana. So too, whenever the tempting objects are presented in front of us and creating the desire in us, that time not becoming available for that object's perception is called as Antardhana hona. So, Manusya Gandharvas become Antardhana, they have that Siddhi and Shakti. You and I don't have the Antardhana Shakti outside. Then what can we do? We can become Antardhana inside by withdrawing from it. Many people do that. They withdraw from the argument and they quieten the situation. So to just they divert their mind attention from the object of the desire, and then the object goes away, desire goes away. You can experiment it. It will be a very fruitful, successful sadhana. Remember, never take the outer world for granted. तो कुछ नहीं होगा, नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता. The moment we see the outer objects, they start instigating in us the desires or strengthen already existing desire, or they invigorate the desire to come on to the service of Antakarana. When the desire comes, we are extroverted, we go away from our real self. Therefore, for us, the meaning of Antardhana is this. And then Manusya Gandharvas have natural Shakti of Antardhana. Second is, because of this Karyakarana Upadhi Sukshmata, it is said that they have Dvandva Anamigha Tattva, Then Dvandva Pratighatatva, not being hit by the pairs of opposite and also have the power to retaliate. Because of these two things, their chitta idu prasanna, prasada. Therefore, what is the whole sadhana? चित्त द्वंद्व का प्रतिघात से बचाते हुए अपने आप के चित्त को और भी शांत प्रसन्न बनाना है. So chitta prasannata, chitta prasadata, chitta non-reaction, non-disturbance, quietness, that we have to master in our life. Like some lazy people, some buffalo like most insensitive people, whatever the parents say at home or the office में बॉस डांटते हैं, उसको है ना भैंस के सामने बीन बजाओ की तरह लगता है. Same thing is to be done, but not like that the irresponsible stupid fellow, but with the wisdom and knowledge that this I have to do so that I am not allowing my mind to disturb. In the quiet mind only the Paramatma Anubhuti is reflected. Therefore, for that sake I am doing. With this wisdom, we have to do the same thing which the ignorant people do. So, Dvandva, Apratighatatva, Anabhigatatva and Dattva, Dvandva Pratighatatva. Never get influenced by the pairs of opposite and slowly develop the ability to conquer them. What is the conquering of them? Same thing. Not allowing them to distract our mind for any time. Because of these two, he has got the prasannata, the Mansha Gandharva of the Chitta. Prasada Chitta ke karana, in that the Ananda Utkarsha is there. Okay. Ataha Ananda Utkarsha is evam तथा अप्रतिहन्यमानस्य प्रतीकारावतः मनुष्यगन्धर्वस्य स्यात् चित्तप्रसादः तत्प्रसादविशेषात् सुखविशेषाभिव्यक्तिः. This is one thing we have thoroughly understood. Second, from within also we have to keep on doing the sadhana for maintaining the chitta prasada. The chitta prasada maintaining three necessary, unavoidable, inevitable, all the time doable and should be done sadhanas are these three. One is the Shrotriyatva, second is the Avrujinatva, third is Akamahatatva. It is from this side to that side and that side to this side. And the result of all these three is again reducing the impurity of the chitta, making the chitta more purified. Pure chitta is prasanna yukta chitta, prasanna kama quiet chitta. The Brahmananda reflects 100 times more. So from here to here means what? First become Shrotriya. Study the Shastra and live life according to the Shastra. Don't live against it. That's called as Avrujinatva. And while living that Avrujinatva, to fulfill that Avrujinatva, non-papa, as well as fulfill the study of Shastra, aiming at Paramatma as the goal, don't entertain any other kamana. Thus, never get hit by kamana coming from outside or inside. This is what from here to there. Shrotriyatva leading to Avrujinatva leading to Akamaha Tattva. From that side also, Akamaha Tattva. Slowly discriminate and find the answer, find this very subtle thing that it is a desire because of which we do all the sin, and because of that, instead of getting happiness, we are becoming more and more miserable and bound. Therefore, it is not in fulfilling desires, but it is in giving up or rising above or transcending the desires. There the happiness comes. With this strong, deep knowledge, slowly getting reduced in Kama Tattva. When we are getting reduced in Kama Tattva, when the Kama Tattva reducing, when we are not influenced by the Kamana, then why will we involve in the doing of karma? Especially the Vrujina, the Papa. Naturally, we don't do. When the Papa is reduced in our mind, the regrets and guilts and tensions and worries and anxieties all go away. The Antakarana become very calm, quiet. With a calm and quiet mind, go to the Guru and Shrotriyaha, study the Shastra, which indicates the ultimate goal of Brahman and the means to reach him through any of the means of Panchakosha, Gunatraya, Avastatraya, Deyatraya, Viveka, कुछ भी कहो, तो उसके द्वारा reach to the Brahmananda. Clear? Even if we are not aiming at Brahmananda straight away, through these three things, when our Antakarna becomes Prasanna and Prasanna, our Ananda becomes 100 times more and more multiplied. Therefore, if you have studied this Shastra thoroughly, this particular portion, from here onwards, depending on things and beings and situations external for happiness, we have to totally remove or eliminate because it was in delusion, now we got the wisdom. And yet, we have to be happy, joyful, blissful. That is always in the maintenance of the inner antakarana. Therefore, let our outer life also, let our inner life also aimed at chitta prasada. See, prasade sarvadukkanam hanihi asya upajayate prasanna chetaso hi ashu buddhi paryati tishtate. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावेत शांति अतां अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम. So Gita second chapter in the Sthita Prajna Lakshanas. Prasanna Chetasah hi ashu buddhi vari avatishtate. Prasade sarvadukkanam hanihi. When the chitta is prasanna, all dukkhas have gone. In the prasanna chitta Brahmananda reflects as a ananda without no reason, without any particular special reason. To maintain chitta prasannata consciously. There are Niswartha, Kamana Rahita, Punya Karmas are there, which give Chitta Prasannata. Then again the Loka Seva also is there, which gives the Chitta Prasannata. Bhagavad Gunagana, Nama Rupa Smarana, that also gives the Chitta Prasannata. Following the values, that also gives Chitta Prasannata. Then understanding the Atman as a spiritual goal, trying to go towards this, towards that with the knowledge known. All of them give Chitta Prasannata, which reflects Ananda. Other kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, they agitate the chitta, then that chitta becomes not transparent but opaque, doesn't allow the ananda to express. Therefore, a person with all these six enemies always in a mood of frustration, depression, dejection. Never you can find a true genuine happiness in him, even though the desire is fulfilled. We are all like that only. We have to recognize this. It's a higher science. It is not catchable by everyone. Is it not? People with all the knowledge of Shastra studied still look for happiness in the outer object, outer situations only. They're not much matured easily. But we are given the best of the ultimate of the knowledge that the Ananda is from Brahman. Brahmananda reflects in Chitta, depending on the purity of Chitta. Therefore, Chitta purity is equal to Chitta Prasannata is equal to more and more Ananda. Revel in that. Yeah, and these all who can do when you cross the delusion. What is the delusion? That the world is real, the objects are real, they are the source of happiness. This nonsense, when we transcend, then only we say the Ananda is inside, it is Brahmananda, but before Brahmananda, the Chitta reflected Ananda also can be enjoyed for some time. That is by purifying the Chitta more and more. So then a day will come when the Chitta reflected Ananda is so beautiful. The pure Brahmananda will be how great. When that comes in one's mind, then he will try to transcend and recognize his oneness with the Brahma Vastu. And in that pursuit, in one life, two life, three life, four lives, whatever it requires doesn't matter. He will touch the core of the self. Then what is studied so far is directly experienced. Wonderful it would be. That's what is our aim. There's no doubt at all about it. So, chitta shrotriyatva, akamahatatva, avrujinatva. Shrotriyatva, avrujinatva, akamahatatva. So, here the discussion yesterday we quoted in the evening class also, morning exhaustively studied. The shrotriyatva can vary. Avrujinatva and vrujinatva also is not in our hands controlled. But then akamahatatva can be gained and must be gained. It is in our hands. When the akamahatata is growing, means not getting affected by kamana, that effect is growing, to that extent prasanna chitta reflects ananda. But final point is what? Removal of the kamana finally is the only means for experiencing the existing Brahma Ananda. With this, yesterday we concluded the Ananda Meemamsa between first and second sentences of Manusha Ananda and Manusha Gandharva Ananda. The last sentence was what? Ataha akamahata grahanam tad visheshataha shataguna sukha utkarshopalabdehe. Shataguna utkarsha upalabdehe. For the 100 times more ananda obtainance. Akamahatatva grahanam. The karana is akamahatatva. That has to be understood. So, Shrotriyatva, Avrujinatva helps. But Shrotriyatva, Avrujinatva should help in what? In the Akama Tattva. In that way, they become secondary means. This Akama Tattva becomes the primary means for the Chitta Prasannata, thereby Ananda Utkarsha. Very, very clear. ये भूल गए तो again we are in delusion. Standing to this knowledge, living this knowledge is sadhana. Forgetting this knowledge Again, going back to earlier delusion of seeking Ananda through the objects, again is the samsara. याद रख लो, हजारों चीज हम सुनते जाते हैं, कुछ मुख्य विषय उसमें से पकड़कर हमें उनका अभ्यास करना है. In the top 40, 50 or top 20, 30, if you ask, this is one of them. Remembering all the time that akama tattva is the karana of the ananda, not kama hata, then the kamya karma karanam, and then kamana phala prapti. In that there is no ananda. It appears as ananda, it's a reflected ananda, but these conditions will immediately perish. Therefore, ananda goes, we become again baddha. Clear? And in this akama tattva also, one by one, let us say I have 100 kamanas. So 100 times I am hit by the kamana, 100 times I am more miserable, not happy. Among them, if two kamanas I removed by any wisdom, by any practice, to that extent the misery goes away because the dependence is gone away. Is it not? 10 kamanas removed, 1/10 of the misery gone. When 1/10 misery gone, 1/10 of peace, happiness is gained. If I remove 50% of kamanas and only maintain some of them, then all those kamanas which are giving dukkha gone. Because I am not hata by that kamana. Hundreds of examples. Now that childhood hit by the kamana that I want all the playthings. When he doesn't get, he becomes miserable. Same fellow when he becomes a youngster, those kamanas he no more entertains. Therefore, he is not hit by them to become miserable. He is not prompted by the desire to do that action. Desire prompted action. So these are the experiments. These are the analysis observation for us to understand. So slowly 80% kamana if they are reduced. That is why the human life is no one. After the age of 25, 30, all the kamanas are developed along with the wisdom how to fulfill them. From the age of 25 to 50, all the kamanas are fulfilled while observing them how much ananda they are giving. From the 50 to 75, if you live 100 years, all the kamanas are reduced with the wisdom that they give more trouble and dukkha than giving happiness. Once that is done, where the kama tattva is gone, then now desire only for Paramatma and reach out him on the seat of meditation after studying from the Guru, from the Shastra, the nature of the self, the means to discover that self. That is how the life has to be. So as we have grown to that is why भगवान जो है ना कामनाओं को कम करने के लिए हमारे वो आंख को देखने की शक्ति कम करते हैं. But we are fighting with God's nature also, isn't it? Therefore, we put double chashma and watch the TV continuously. भगवान कामत करने के लिए हमको अकामत मतलब कामना रिड्यूस करने के लिए ही कान को सुनने का कम करते हैं. But we spend 5 lakh रुपए and listen, get a ear thing to listen only how the Bahu or Garme people are scolding us. Bhagwan removes the teeth, reduce now eating the solid fruits, only liquids you take. But do you think we listen to God? We'll make double, triple tincture. And then we continue till we die eating and eating only we die. Kha kha ke mare. Bhagwan reduces the ability in the legs to walk. So that you stay or sit at one place and meditate on me. But do you listen? We change the knees, we put our secondary legs from the Jaipur and घूमते जाते हैं. कहाँ? वही सड़े जगह पे जो जिंदगी भर कर रहे थे. Age's maturity is in reduction of the kamana external. Very careful, very conscious we have to be. So the 90% kamanas are reduced, 90% dukkha is gone. Finally, only two kamanas must be there. The desire to live and desire to know the truth. They are connected. You know, if I am not alive, how can you know the truth? And to fulfill the desire to live, what is minimum required? दो रोटी चाहिए और रहने की थोड़ी जगह चाहिए, बस हो गया. People are living like that. Great sadhakas. When they can live, why can't we? Only thing is we are not informed about it. We are not clear in that understanding. Therefore, we are not inspired. Therefore, we are reluctant or hesitant to do the elimination of all the desires. Discovering freedom from desire is real spiritual evolution. Then only these two desires, desire to live and desire to know the truth to live. And then desire to know to live to only know the truth. At a higher level, even the desire to live also is gone. Because who is living? Human being. I am not human. I am not the Jiva. I am only Parabrahma. For the Brahman, जीना मरना ऐसा कोई डाउट संशय है ही नहीं. He is eternal, immutable. He is birthless, changeless, deathless. So that self when I am, even the desire is not required. Because I am eternal. You know, these are the beautiful things we are learning in these anuvakas. So the श्रोत्रियत्व बढ़ाते जाओ, अवृत्ति जनत्व बढ़ाते जाओ, अकाम तत्व बढ़ाते जाना. Keep on studying the Shastras. Shastra Dhanam should shift our attention from Papa to the Punya. The more we come to the Punya or Dharma, remove the Papa to that extent from our life, dependency on the world called as Kamana should keep on getting reduced. They all has to be done tactically, matured way, in a most logical manner, with proper thinking and understanding. Not zabardasti, not under any compulsion. The compulsion, jabardasti, giving up desires done during upavasa dikshas only to tell that one can live without them. But that doesn't stand there. Unless we sublimate that suppression through matured understanding, that suppression doesn't sustain. Only on the Ekadashi he will fast. The other days he will eat so much. Before the Ekadashi, after the Ekadashi, daba kar khayega wo. That's not sadhana. We have to discover freedom from this desire somehow, which is tough, not an easy thing, not impossible also. When we contemplate on that for years together, it clicks one day. Once it clicks, that desire is the cause of dukkha, desirelessness is the cause of sukha. You can celebrate, you can give a party to outside everybody. Inside you can enjoy it. देखो इसी क्षण आंख बंद करके, why should I have desires? Why should I become slave to the people, things, and also my upadhis? Why I only have to aim at the conditional ananda with so much of struggles? When I myself am the ananda swarupa. This questioning is called the true Vedanta inside. Then why I was desiring? You never knew that you are the ananda swarupa. That was ignorance. Then you are deluded that you are a limited entity and miserable entity. The additional delusion is the world is other than you, and if you get that, you become happy. That's a sheer delusion. Because the happiness is not in the object. If it is there, everybody should be happy with that object. We should also be happy with that object every time. Not every time we are happy. So these are the powerful logics which will make us realize that the happiness is not in the objects or situations or people. Then withdraw from it. It's all mohamaya. It's all mohamaya. Born out of non-thinking. Non-thinking. Avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartaya. So yesterday we have seen ataha akamahata grahanam tad visheshataha shataguna sukha utkarshopalabdhehe. 100 times reduced will be the ananda when we are hit by more kamanas. When we gain to the akamaha tattva, not hit by the kamana, our ananda becomes 100 times multiplied. Then akamaha tattvasya paramananda prapti sadhanatva vidhanartham. Now see the mathematics there. More kamanas, we are more away from Paramananda Brahma Swarupa. Lesser and lesser kamanas, we come nearer to him. Zero kamana, we become one with Brahman and enjoy the infinite bliss. For that, to reduce the kamana of the world, we have to have the kamana only of the Brahman. And finally, the Brahman is achieved by dropping even the kamana for the Brahman, because kamana is a thought. Thought is the thought is the obstruction between me, the jiva, and myself. The moment that kamana thought also is dropped, I am that Brahman I discover. So this theory has to be kept in mind, then only we know what we have to do on the seat of meditation. ये सब बातें ध्यान में उपयोग करने के लिए. So अकामः तत्वस्य परमानंद प्राप्ति साधनत्व विधानार्थम. तो अकामः तत्व ही परमानंद प्राप्ति का साधना है. ये विधि विधान का निर्देश करने के लिए सब प्रसंग है. So any number of things we must have discovered to clarify our doubts at various levels. But what is the outcome? What is the common final conclusion? We have to understand always. The conclusion is Paramananda Prapti ka vidhan kya hai? Vidhi vidhana instructed by the Shastra is Akamaha Tattva. But at this moment of our mind filled with so many kamanas because of the वासनामय कोश having so many vasanas, हमको लगता है कि बिना डिजायर का हम जी ही नहीं सकते, खुशियां हो ही नहीं सकते. That much we are strongly in deluded. Basic delusion is I cannot be without desire and desire fulfillment. Then the development in that is thousands of desires. The expansion of that basic delusion is thousands of, and more funnier thing is what in that delusion we are adding more desires. Every time we go to the world and go to supermarket, again one more object is seen we desire. One more person we meet and we want to have friendship with him also, again another desire. So we are adding to our delusion only. How tough it is for a guru to convey this to the disciple, and how difficult for the disciple also to pay attention and understand this aspect. Very, very tough it is. That is why Guru and Daiva Upasana, done for some decades, gives that stability inside to understand this thoroughly, the subtle point that it is the addition of kamanas is reducing the ananda, is the reduction in the kamanas adds to the ananda. This realization. That stage when we say, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए मैं खुश हूँ. If you reach to this stage, beautiful it is. So conquer one by one. एक हफ्ते के लिए चाय कॉफी छोड़ के देखो. I don't want it. You will not die. That slavery to it is gone. To come out of the slavery of it, I am giving it up. With this idea, if you do it, is good. If the clarity is not there, it's a suppression. Then after that 1 week, you will have 10 cups of tea. Like that, no, the chain smokers, they give up, but after 10 days, something comes and that strong willpower goes away. Then they take 10 packets per day. देखते हो. हमको हमेशा सप्रेशन को सब्लिमेशन के द्वारा निकाल देना चाहिए. Okay. Now, basic thought only Vedantin can understand it. What all these experiments and vratas I am doing to get out of the desire only because in the arrival of the desire, the ahankara, the desirer, the mana, the place of desire, the object of desire are given value or reality. In this chakra of giving them the reality or value or importance, I am not able to discover my own essential Brahma Swarupa. This Vedantin alone can understand wala thought should be maintained in us. After all, a question should come now. Why I have to give up desires? जब इसमें से मजा मजा आ रहा है. Because the desire maintains the vasanas, the chitta, the ahankara, and then the karma and karma phala. In the chakra of all these, we are not able to recognize our own essential blissful self. We are not even knowing that there is some self which is reality. On that, everything is superimposed. Even we don't have the time and guts to understand this first basic thought. That much we are flooded in the delusory world of desire and fulfillment. So keep that in mind. Then conquering the desires will be a majadar thing. We don't depend on. Clear? Desire conquers in the mind. After that, if somebody gives the tea or coffee, उनके लिए आप थोड़ा ले लेते हो, but that's not out of desire. They gave it, it's sad, and you will enjoy it also, but not desire. हाँ अच्छा था, अच्छा है तो अच्छा है फिर. What is there? Do you want more? No, I am satisfied. It is not desire. We always indulge in the things out of desire, and we want to continue it out of greed. For this person, he never expected. Somebody offered. If a mood is there, he will take. If not, he say even that I don't want. But ठीक हूँ मैं नहीं चाहिए. कोई obligation किया तो ले लिए, but without any importance value to. Like somebody you call for class, out of compulsion or obligation they come, but not interested at all. Next day, if you don't call them, they won't come only. Not desire, not interested. In that way. Now we saw yesterday a little more about the Ananda Meemamsa, where what is the Manushya Gandharva, it is explained. Okay, मनुष्य से मनुष्य गंधर्व कौन बनेगा एंड क्या है मनुष्य गंधर्व में स्पेशल लक्षणास वी मस्ट नो. तो एम एट इवन एट दैट मिनिमम मनुष्य गंधर्व बने. तो थोड़ा इतने से दो चार तक हम These levels, if you can conquer, consciously, the confidence comes to us on the Upanishadic Jnanam, then we can aim directly for the Brahma Tattva. थोड़ा एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है टू गेट फेथ इन शास्त्रीय ज्ञान. So, Manushya Gandharva is the Manushya who has done Vishesha Karma and Upasana. Now, who is Deva Gandharva? Let us study from that onwards for today, because the main topic is already discussed. Now, all other things are development only. That is why Bhagavan Shankara commented it Vyakhyatam Anyat. What is Anyat Vyakhyatam? What is the meaning of 100 times increase in the Ananda in the higher and higher beings? The 100 times of increase in Ananda in the higher and higher beings is because of the removal of the Antakarana Shuddhi, bringing the Chitta to the Prasannata, because of these, through these three sadhanas of Shrotriyatva, Abhrujinatva, Akamahatva. You know? श्रोत्रिय का अभ्रुजिनत्व का अकाम साधना करने के कारण चित्त प्रसन्नता प्रसादता बढ़ा. Therefore 100 times more happiness, and the happiness of these beings higher and higher doesn't depend on the outer objects. Remove that concept, as we said yesterday, Indra or Devatas are happy because of the outer objects. No, that is misinterpretation, and we are wrongly told कि आपके सारे सुख भोग वहां उस लोक में मिलते हैं. You can enjoy it. They may go through all of them, but before that, as a Indra himself, they are happy. As a Devata himself, I told you example. As an officer itself, he is in happy. The recognition that I am a happy officer itself is happiness there. But then again, why the desires come? Again, we told you that still the lurking inner desires are there even in them. The more they remove those desires and become more akamataha, then from that loka also they go to the higher and higher. If you can catch this point, is a highly helpful thing. Otherwise, we do all upasana puja to go to other worlds to enjoy more bhoga only. भोग वस्तुओं से आनंद बहुत टेम्पररी होता है. It leads to all frustrations and all depressions and all diseases, bodily and mental. Mm. People are, why all great medicines are discovered in the outer western countries? Why all the amenities are discovered in the western countries? Simple logic. Many diseases, more medicines are discovered there because more rogas are there. More technological things are discovered there because more slavery they have. That is because of more desires. क्योंकि the desire must is the necessity of invention. No, necessity is the mother, or desire is the mother of invention. They say more than necessity, it has become desire now. ज्यादा बीमारियां जहाँ होते वहीं ज्यादा दवाइयां भी बिकते हैं, बनते भी हैं. It is coming to our east also. We are also becoming desire oriented. Therefore, we are also getting every type of desire diseases. Therefore, we have to also develop our this called as medication. So do we never maintain too much of arms and ammunition, because we never considered anybody as an enemy. है कि नहीं? हमको तो पूरा दुनिया एक ही है. But because the threatenings are coming from outside, for protection sake, we are forced to develop. And every time the Indian develops weapons to defend, never to attack, except sometimes to show the surgical strikes. I'm just telling the connectivity between this sadhana, this knowledge, and the world में क्या हो रहा है. So, conclusion is this key. Shrotriyatva, Avrujinatva, Akamahatatva is equal to Chitta Prasannata is equal to increase of 100 times Ananda. Can we accept this thing? हाथ जोड़कर अपने आप को पूछ लो, हे मेरे मन प्यारे, can we understand it? Can we accept this one? Can you drop that delusion under the strength of this knowledge? The delusion is more money, more happiness, more objects, more happiness, more people, more happiness, more powers, more happiness. No, that's wrong. It is because non-thinking. That's called avicharana. It is because delusion. That's called moha. First discover your be independent inner peace and happiness. First discover it. Then maintain it wherever you are. And spread that happiness to others. Don't seek that thing from others. Like Puja Gurudev, 1,000 flock around him. So from 1,000 people, is he getting 1,000 times happiness and peace? No, he discovered his inner peace and happiness by discovering oneness with the blissful Ananda Brahma. Then he is maintaining it. And whenever whomever he is meeting, 10 लोग हो या 1 लाख हो, neither it is adding to happiness of him nor it is reducing. And he is spreading that happiness by giving them the guidance that the happiness is found within through the spiritual knowledge and spiritual sadhana. That is the highest that is the highest occupation, greatest thing it is, by the way. So let us do from this Deva Gandharva Ananda onwards. Okay, Deva Gandharvaha Jatita Eva. Clear? Manushya Gandharva is Gandharva only, but deputed or transported from the Manushya Loka, having done the Vishesha Karma and Upasana. Deva Gandharvas are not taken from here, but they are born Gandharvas in that Loka. Deva Gandharva means Jatita Eva. They are Gandharvas, they are Deva Gandharva. ओके, अबोध मनुष्य लोक का पुण्य करने का बहुत सारे लोक है ना, उसमें रहने वाले जीव एक है गंधर्व लोक में रहने वाले. गंधर्व लोक में नेटिव आर कॉल्ड देव गंधर्व एंड डिपोर्टेड फ्रॉम मनुष्य लोक आर कॉल्ड मनुष्य गंधर्व. इज इट क्लियर? You know, the NRIs going from here, settling there and got the green card holders. लेकिन गए यहाँ से, बट अभी उनको सिटीजनशिप नहीं मिला. But Manusha Gandharva, because they have done lot of punya here, punya means what? They have paid the money and all that, they got the visa, passport, permission for 6 months. But those who stay there, they are permanent. So, Manusha Gandharvas are Gandharvas, but they have come from Manusha Loka. Deva Gandharvas are Gandharvas. They have not come from anywhere. They are born there only. And Deva Gandharvas Ananda is 100 times more than Manusha Gandharvas because of their chitta is prasanna, because of reduction in the desires, or because of Shrotriya, Avrijinatva and Akamatatva. Next, Chiraloka Lokanam. So see the main mantra and also follow this. So te shatam deva gandharvanam anandaha saika pitrunam chiraloka lokanam anandaha. See, that is the mantra. That is explained. So 100 Deva Gandharva Ananda is equal to 1 Pitrunam Anandaha. Okay. Why the Pitrunam is called as Chiraloka Lokanam? Answer is the Chirakalasthai Lokaha Yesham Pitrunam Te Chiraloka Lokaha Iti. So in the Pitruloka, long time we are allowed to stay. Therefore, the Chiraloka Loka is an adjective given to it. But in the Pitruloka, the Ananda 100 times more than the Deva Gandharva, again because of the Chitta Prasada. Chitta Prasada is done only by Shrotriyatva, subtlety of the knowledge of the Shastra, through that more conviction about the Brahma Tattva, Avrujinatva, therefore reduction in doing the Papa, Akamaha Tattva, some more Kamanas are eliminated. Okay? So how many are over now? 4. Manushya Ananda, Manushya Gandharva Ananda, Deva Gandharva Ananda, Pitrunam Chiralokanam Ananda. Pitrunam Chiralokanam Ananda. 100 times more than Pitrunam kon diya udhar. Ite shatam Pitrunam Chiralokanam Ananda, Saika Ajana Janam Devanam Ananda. So 100 times more than Pitrunam is Ajana Janam Devaha. So who are these Ajana Jana Deva? It is written Ajanaha iti Devalokaha. Ajanaha is the name of a Devaloka only. So, tasmin ajane jataha iti ajana jana jaha. So, ajana devaloka, ajana jaha, ja means janma. So, ajana jaha is those who are born there in the devaloka, they are called devaha. Then who are the ones who are born in that devaloka? Ajana jana deva. They are called, they have come there because of smartha karma visheshataha devasthaneshu jataha. This is where we are seeing yesterday. Ki smartha karma visheshataha devasthaneshu jataha. So in the abhuloka, when they are fully involved in the smartha karma, Okay, there are always two types of karma. One is Shrauta, second is Smarta. The Shrauta karma is Shruti Ukta karma. Okay, Shruti talks about two karmas. One is the Vedanta sadhana for moksha. वो भी पहले कुछ समय के लिए कर्म ही है, श्रवण मनन निधिध्यासन. बट अनदर कर्म श्रुति टॉक्स इज अबाउट यज्ञ याग एंड उपासना. ठीक है, सो श्रुति उक्त यज्ञ कर्मों को श्रौत कर्म कहते हैं. देन देर आर अनदर ग्रंथ स्मृति. इन द स्मृति ग्रंथ the varnashrama sambandhi achara vyavahara and dharma are told. Along with that, the social service oriented ishta purtam ityadi are told. So those who are doing this social service activities and those who are doing the one sonam swadharma karma systematically, they are the ones who are the doers of smartha karma. And in some smartha karma, some of the upasanas also come. So ones who are engaged in smartha karma throughout the life, the punya phala of that is what takes them to take birth in the ajana jana loka. Ajana janam devanam. So ajana is devaloka, ajana jaha, they are born there. And those ajana jana devaha, their ananda is 100 times more than pitrunam chiriloka lokanam. पितृनाम आनंद से 100 ज्यादा है आजानज देवों का. Again, why it is? Not because outer amenities that they have, but because inside their chittait prasada 100 times more than earlier, because shrotriya avirjinatva akama tattva. Keep on adding it so that the thought becomes stronger in us. You know that huge curtain is in front of us. We are not able to see the God there. Let us say. Then with so much of difficulty request, let us say the curtain is removed. Oh no? How beautiful the vision of God. So too in earlier times, we used to go for open air theaters or other theaters or any other. 6 बजे बोलते थे, 7 तक वो कर्टन निकालते नहीं थे. ओपन एयर थिएटर में the projector has not come or reel got spoiled. ऐसा होता था. We have enjoyed at least some 100 movies in open air theater. Open air was एक screen. We go on waiting. The moment that first show of the reel is shown, है ना, the news reel होता था पहले 15-10 मिनट में, excitement there. And still when the news reel is going on, still again tension starts because यार सिनेमा देखने आए हो तो शुरू नहीं हो रहा. And in also in some of the programs, when the announcer or the master of ceremonies goes on talking and not giving the mic to the main performers, you get headache. The moment the program starts, you are excited. In the same way, why I will give these many examples is it is a huge curtain in us that in the fulfillment of desires there is a happiness. Mahamoha, Mahamaya, Mahaghora Ajnana ke karana janita, Mahaghora samsara karana it is. That day when this curtain goes away, the relaxation and joy, the inner personality, the sadhaka or the jiva feels, not ahankari, is so beautiful. I have discovered. You can dance with Eureka. I have discovered that the reduction in kamanas, studying the Shastra more, reduction in the Papa Karma is the cause of my increased peace and happiness. If that is discovered, we are the blessed ones. ये एक ही चीज के लिए आज से हम प्रार्थना करें कि the Ananda is inside and not outside. Ananda is in the prasannata and chitta purity, not anywhere. And the chitta prasannata happens when we are Shrotriya, Avrujina, Akamahata. Shrotriya is very essential because we have to thoroughly study Shastra again and again with all example logics. Then only the intellect is satisfied. Then only that satisfied intellect can curb or control the mind from its desires and papa. आप सबको तो महसूस हो गया होगा, अब इतने साल हम शास्त्र पढ़ रहे हैं इसलिए थोड़ा दिमाग काम करना शुरू कर रहा है कि वेयर इज हैप्पीनेस, वेयर इज मिजरी. If this is not done like others only in some job, in some other, we must find happiness. Then we are samsaris. जितना शास्त्र पढ़ के still we are ढूंढing happiness outside is we are samsari only. After discovering the happiness, we have to serve the world outside happily. That is a life. That is the spirituality. The nonsense is what? Never discover the inner happiness, and for happiness we are doing work outside and naming it as social service. It is self-service only. There is no social service. मेरा फोटो छप रहा है, मेरा नाम आ रहा है, मैं प्रेसिडेंट हूँ, मैं सेक्रेटरी हूँ, ये मैं वाला बकरी का आनंद है वो. Tough to recognize that. And suddenly somebody else is given that post, you are removed, then तब देखो मजा आता है. You know, so that's how some people 20 साल हो गए और छोड़ते नहीं पोजीशन को, because they are so dependent on that for आनंदा कि चला गया तो मेरा जिंदगी का ठिकाना ही नहीं रहेगा. They hold that president post, secretary post. अरे मूर्ख नहीं कर रहे हो, दूसरों को दो, या give chance to others. हाँ. These are all very funny things in the world when you see. Highest curtain, strongest curtain, and the delusion it is. Anyway, so again and again repeat kare कि the chitta prasannata leads to the more reflection of Brahmananda 100 times. Chitta prasannata comes because of Shrotriyatva, Avrujinatva, Akama Tattva. So those who have done it, they are becoming, those who have done it, they are reaching to the higher and higher and higher worlds. सो पितृणाम चिरलोक लोकानाम से ज्यादा 100 टाइम्स आनंदी कौन है? आजानज देव. ओके, तस्मिन् आजाने जात इति आजाने जात देवाः हु आर दे? स्मार्त कर्म विशेषतः देवस्थानेषु जाताः. क्लियर? सो दे आर have done smarta karma vigorously, clear, as told by the shastra, without any expectation of outer phala. Then their antakarna becomes so purified, they are pushed into the ajana, they are made to be born in ajana deva. Their all personality, inner and outer, is so conducive that chitta always in prasanna. Therefore in that prasanna chitta the ananda is reflected 100 times. Like you see in some of the houses, every one of them are material desire oriented. Therefore they are parama bhogi. So together also they do bhoga, individually also. When you go to that house, the moment you enter, you understand the whole atmosphere. This is another house where you go, all are yogis. Everybody is engaged. Morning 4 बजे उठ के कोई अपना पूजा कर रहा है, कोई अपना ध्यान कर रहा है, कोई जप कर. In that house when you enter, the peace and ananda is different. So this is one loka, this is one loka. कभी कभी एक ही घर में 4 बेडरूम है, each one is like that. One is Manusya, another is Manusya Gandharva, another is Deva Gandharva, another is Pitrunam Chirloka, and other one Ajanaja. Depending on how much reduction in their desire, how much purity attained inside. I'm just giving, observe करो ये आपके जिंदगी में ही. You can see the group of people खुशी के लिए मिलते हैं और दुखी होकर लौटते हैं. You can see another group of people खुशी से मिलते हैं और खुशी रहते हैं, जब तक मिलके रहते हैं और खुशी से ही जाते हैं. Just recognize it. So smarta karma विशेषज्ञाः, स्मार्त कर्म विशेषतः देवस्थानेषु जाताः, they are ajana. Then who are the karma devaah? Next one, है ना, ते शतम आजान जानाम देवानाम आनंदः स एकः कर्म देवानाम आनंदः. So who are the karma devaah? ये वैदिकेन कर्मणा, देखो clearly given, अग्निहोत्रादिना केवलेन देवान अपीयन्ति. See, कर्म देव वो लोग हैं जो वैदिक कर्म अग्निहोत्रादि बहुत बार बहुत बहुत करके they become the devatas. But both are deported from the human world only. They are natives. They are not natives. तो स्मार्त कर्म उसके फल से आजानज लोक में जाकर आजानज देव they are born as. So the Shrauta Yajnadi karma, those who do, they will be born as the karma devas. And their ananda is 100 times more than the smarta karma done and ajana loka staying ajanaja deva. So karma devavaha ye vaidikena karmana agnihotraadina kevalena devan apyanti. Okay. Now devaha iti trayastrimshat havirbhujaha. So devatas means the 33 who take all the ahutis given by us. I have told you already. 11 द्वादश आदित्य, एकादश रुद्र, अष्ट वसु, and 2 Ashwini Kumara. They are the 33 devatas. They are the ones who receive our havi Swaha, whatever we do in the yajna, and then they in turn are given the power to bless us with whatever we seek. That's the work of those devatas. Okay. Now, this is the next one. After the karma deva, what is the next one? Devaha. Be careful about it. This is interesting. It's only academics, only for us to know. So, Manushya, you know, Pitrun, who is the one? Tasyayam Prithvi Sarva Vittasya Purnasya. Manushya Gandharva, who has done the Vishesha Upasana and Karma. Then Devagandha, Manushya Gandharva se jyada kaun hai? Then Devagandharva. Devagandharva se jyada Pitrunam Charilokanam Ananda. Then Ajana Jana Deva. Then the Karma Deva. Then Deva. So those who have done the Smarta Karma, they became Ajanaja Deva. Those who have done the Shrauta Karma, they have come to the Karma Deva Sthana. Now, other than these are the only Deva named. Only Deva, name is only Deva. Not the Gandharva Deva or Manushya Gandharva Deva or Ajana Jana Deva or Pitrunam Chirloka, Ya Karma Deva. No, only Deva. These Devas are permanent residents of Devaloka. They are here mentioned as 33, who are the ones who receive our ahutis. Not the Karma Devas, not Ajana Devas. The Karma Deva, Ajana Deva are the earlier human beings who have done the Smarta and Shrauta Karmas. Ajana Smarta and the Karma Devas are the Shrauta Karma se wahan pahunch gaye. But the Devas are the staying there localized. So Trayastrimshato and then Havir Bhujaha. They are the receivers of the Havish. So their Ananda is 100 times more than Karma Deva Ananda. Again, because of purity gained through Shrotriya, Avarujinatva and Akama Tattva. Now comes in the hierarchy next one. Sa eko devan sa eka te shatam devanam sa eka indrasyanandaha. Again, 100 anandas of the devatas is equal to 1 Indra Ananda. Indra tesham Swami. So therefore the Swami of all the devatas is Indra. So more purification, we become the Swami of the devatas, Indra. 100 times more Ananda. Then the devatas there. 33 देवताओं से 100 गुना ज्यादा आनंद इंद्र का है. And Indra is he who has done 100 kratus on the bhuloka. But the same thing can be achieved by reduction in the impurity of the heart. Purity of the heart is increased by Shrotriya, Avrajina, Akama. ये तीनों मत मिस करना, छोड़ना ही नहीं है. 4 बातें: श्रोत्रियत्व, अवर्जिनत्व, अकामतत्व, leading to चित्त प्रसाद. More and more done, more 100 times the Ananda is growing. So, te shatam indrasya anandaha sa eko brahaspate anandaha, it is said. So, tasya acharya brahaspatihi. So, Brahaspati is acharya of Indra. He is said to have 100% Ananda more than that Indra, 100 times. Then, te shatam indrasya anandaha sa eko brahaspate anandaha. Then, te shatam brahaspate anandaha sa ekah prajapate anandaha. More 100 times more Ananda than the Brahaspati ji is the Ananda of the Prajapati. Who is the Prajapati? Prajapati Viratu Trailokya Shariraha. So Virat Rupa is Prajapati. Trailokya Shariraha. Okay. The 3 लोक स्थूल जिनका शरीर है उनको विराट कहते हैं. स्थूल शरीर अभिमानी at the totality level of भूर्लोका, अंतर्लोका, सुवरलोक. स्थूल शरीर अभिमानी विराट. He is called Prajapati. His Ananda is 100 times more than Brahaspati. Now the last one is what? Brahma Sameshti Veshti Rupaha Samsara Mandala Vyapi. The final one is Saeko Brahmana Anandaha Te Shatam Prajapate Anandaha. Saeko Brahmana Anandaha. Saeko Brahmana Ananda in the Ananda MEEMAAMSA is not Parabrahma Ananda, is not Parabrahma Ananda, is not Parabrahma Ananda. It is Brahma Deva Ananda, who is called as the Hiranyagarbha, who is called as Sutratma, who is the one, the identifier with the 3 lokas with their subtle body. So, तीनों लोकों के सूक्ष्म शरीरों के साथ तादात्म्य करने वाले उस परमात्मा को हिरण्यगर्भ कहते हैं. That हिरण्यगर्भ is mentioned here as Brahmadeva. That Brahmadeva's Anand is 100 times more than Prajapati. So 3 लोक स्थूल शरीराभिमानी is विराट पुरुषा, 3 लोक सूक्ष्म शरीराभिमानी is the हिरण्यगर्भ. Hiranyagarbha Anand is 100 times more than the Prajapati. So Brahma Samashti Veshti Rupaha Samsara Mandala Vyapi. Okay. So the one who is permeating the entire Samsara Mandala at the Veshti and Samashti is called as Hiranyagarbha. Okay. Now comes the important discussion. कि यत्र एते आनंद भेदाः एकतां गच्छन्ति धर्मः च तन्निमित्तः ज्ञानं च तद्विषयम् अकामः तत्त्वं च निरतिशयं यत्र सः एषः हिरण्यगर्भः ब्रह्मा तस्य एषः आनन्दः श्रोत्रियेण अवृजनेन अकामतेन च सर्वतः प्रत्यक्षम् उपलभ्यते तस्माद् एतानि त्रीणि साधनानि इति अवगम्यते. See, in the beginning it is told, now after the whole Ananda Meemamsa is said, same thing is most strongly, stressingly being taught to us. These three have to be taken as the main important आध्यात्मिक sadhanas. कितने भी पोथी पढ़ लो, कितने भी शास्त्र कुछ भी पढ़ो, finally the goal to be reached is Brahmananda. The sadhana to be done is these three. श्रोत्रियत्व अपरिचिनत्व अकामहतत्व are the only sadhanas we have to do. अब इतने दिन हम सब पढ़ रहे हैं क्या साधना. Still if you have a doubt, here one more chance is given to clearly understand these three are sadhanas. अब करते जाओ. So in this some discussion is done कि yatra what is Brahmadeva Ananda, what is the Hiranyagarbha's Ananda. स एको ब्रह्मण आनंद वहां रुक गई इस शास्त्र अपने आनंद मीमांसा को. स एको ब्रह्मण आनंद. After that what is the mantra? श्रोत्रियस्य च कामः तस्य. Then सयश्चायं पुरुषे यश्च अप्सवादित्ये. Okay. स एकः स एवं वितो अस्माद् लोकात् प्रेत्या एतमन्नमयमात्मं संक्रामति. वो सब बाद में करेंगे. तो थोड़ा ये दो एक पैराग्राफ में भगवान आदि शंकरा having we have studied up to this Brahma Ananda is just pausing to explain to us what is Brahmadeva's Ananda and how that Brahmadeva's Ananda can be achieved by these three sadhanas. Therefore, finally, even to reach to the Brahmadeva Ananda, these are the sadhanas. And transcending the Brahmadeva Ananda and reaching to Parabrahma Ananda also is these sadhanas. To convey this point to us is the entire Ananda Meemamsa is done. And what is Brahmadeva Ananda? देखो यत्र एते आनंद भेदः एकतां गच्छन्ति. Okay, all the Ananda Vedas which are said from Manusya Ananda up to Prajapati Ananda, all of them are becoming merged in that Brahmadeva Ananda. Brahmadeva Ananda mein all these are inclusive. Understood? Like in the Samudram, all the other water sources are included. Whether they are rivers or the lakes or the ponds or the wells, whatever they are there, all of them are included in the Samudra, if you understand it. In our local common example, in that, कभी-कभी set of bowls they give as gift. सबसे बड़ा एक होता है, उसमें एक डालते हैं, तो 10-12 हो जाते हैं उसमें. तो सबसे बड़े में सब आ गए. Is it not? Or the other example is what? In the 2000 rupees note, all denominations are included. Till it is valid. September 30 कोई बढ़ाने की इच्छा नहीं है. रिजर्व बैंक को आधा पैसे आ गया. आधा करेंसी they have received. They have announced already. लाखों करोड़ों रुपए आ गए. लाखों करोड़. So in the 2000, 500 denomination है कि नहीं? 200 denomination is there. 100 is there. 50 rupee, yeah, it is there. Then 20 रुपए का है, 10 है, 5 है, 2 रुपए यस है, 1 रुपए है, 12 है, 58 है, 54 है, 20 पैसे है. We have seen all this. आजकल के बच्चे नहीं देखे. We have seen 20 पैसा, number of पैसा, yeah, 10 NP. The 10 NP when it used to come in a new small size, हम इतना fond of होते थे वो. 1970s उस समय में, सो उसको इकट्ठा करके रख लो, 10 पैसे, then 5 पैसे in that square type it is always. Then again in a triangle form में 3 पैसा होता था. Again the 2 पैसा is again like 10 पैसा only gold. फिर 1 पैसा भी नया पैसा बोलते थे उसको. Again it is like 5 NP. Up to that we have seen. Then later on the 10 paisa is made round. You remember that? So in that 2000 note, that 1 naya paisa also is included. In the same way, in the Brahmadeva Ananda, all the Ananda Vedas from Manusha to Prajapati are Ekatam Gachanti. They all are there in Brahmadeva. First point, catch it. So every denomination is included in it. So yatra ete Ananda Vedaha Ekatam Gachanti. Okay. Then second thing is what? Dharmaha cha tannimitaha jnanancha tad vishayam akamaha tattvam cha niratishayam yatra. Niratishayam is reached to the extreme. In the Brahmadeva, these three things have reached to the extreme sthiti. One is called dharmaha. Dharma means living the life of dharma. And what is the cause of dharma? Tannimitaha jnanam. Because you have thoroughly studied the Shastra and understood that by adharma all problems only come. Only by dharma all problems are sorted out. New problems will not come. Then tad vishaya, tad nimito jnanam cha, then tad vishayam akamaha tattvam cha. Now see the connection between these three. Dharmaha, jnanaha, akamaha tattvam. Okay, dharma is equal to avrujinatvam here. Jnanam is equal to shrotriyatvam. Akamatatvam is akamatatvam only. So the life of dharma takes one to Hiranyagarbha sthiti. Be clear about it. And ultimate dharma done, come to that. Lower dharmas, lower levels. And what is that on which the dharma depends on? Jnanam. The finalmost jnanam takes us to only this thing of doing dharma, if at all we have to do. And anything done other than dharma, called adharma, only problem creates us problem for us. Now, what is that which is an obstacle to dharma, avoiding which the dharma can be done, is only kamana, is it not? Therefore, how much ever we want to do the dharma, what is that which derails us dharma is the kamana only. Therefore, what is that supports the dharma to be 100 times fulfilled is akamaha tattva only. Therefore, in the jnanam, both the things are there. One side is what? Dharma is the giver of the sukha. Other side is the kamana is the giver of the dukkha. Another way is what? For some time when you kept the kamana side pe, akamahat ho gaye, kamahat nahi hue, then you went to the jnanam, shrotriyaha. When you gained the jnanam, we have understood that through dharma only there is sukha, and through the parama dharma of the atma jnanam there will be infinite sukha. So therefore, those who are zero desire prompted, those who are 100% scriptural knowledge gained, those who are 100% doing their own dharma, they are the ones who are called Hiranyagarbha sthiti reached. That is the meaning of dharma cha tannimitaha jnanam cha tad vishayam akamaha tattvam cha niratishayam yatra saha eshaha Hiranyagarbha brahma. He is called as Brahma Hiranyagarbha. थोड़ा होमवर्क कर लेना इसका, कल भी एक आध मिनट हम बोलेंगे. But Brahma therefore is what? Hiranyagarbha is he in whom Shrotriyatva, Avrujinatva, Akamahatva have reached the Prakashta, pinnacle, ultimate. Or in whom these three reach to ultimate, they are one with Hiranyagarbha. Okay, Tasya Eshaha Anandaha. And that Ananda of the Hiranyagarbha is obtained by whom? Shrotriyena, Avrujinena, Akamahatena cha sarvata pratyaksham upalabhyate. Now this is the $1 million point. So this Brahma's Ananda, where all Ananda denominations are included, is gained by a human being without going even to Brahmaloka or becoming Brahmadeva, by being on the earth only, by doing all these three things. When I reach to Shrotriya, Avrujina, Akama Tattva, to Parakashta Sthiti, staying in the human Deha only, I can have as much Ananda as the Brahmadeva has got. But still it is conditional, because he is the Samashti Upadhi Yukta expression. But before going to that thing, that is how the power of the Shrotriya, Avrujina, Kamatva sadhanas. Okay, tasya esha anandaha shrotriyena avrujineena akamahatena cha sarvatha pratyaksham upalabhyate. That is directly experienced by person. And that 100% Shrotriya Avrujana Kama Tattva, anybody can gain. Manushya, Manusha Gandharva, Deva Gandharva, koi bhi. So staying in that place, they can enjoy Brahmananda. If that's not done, only reduction in these three things happening, Shrotri Badra, Akama Tattva Badra, Avrujanattva, to that gradation, 100 times more Ananda they are. Not as much as Brahmadeva, in whom all denominations are included. Now, therefore, what you want to convey, O Shruti Mata, O Adi Shankara Bhagavan concludes this. Therefore, tasmat, etani trini, sadhanani, iti avagamyate. This is how it is concluded. These three are the sadhanas. It is concluded. Opposite of this is, three is the cause of all dukkha and samsara. And in these three also, akamaha tattva is more important. That will be discussed. Tatra srotriyatva avirijinatva niyate, akamaha tattvam tu utkrishyate iti prakshuta sadhanata avagamyate. Tasya akama tattva prakarshata cha upalabhyamanaha srotya pratyaksha brahmanaha ananda yasya paramananda is matra ekadeshaha. Now in the next para, this Brahma Ananda, Brahma Devas Ananda is like a drop of Ananda in the Parabrahmananda. That topic we introduced in the beginning but not come up to that. That will be the development. So the Manushananda and the Ananda Meemamsa, and we are brought up to the Brahmadeva Ananda, and that also achieved by Shotriya Kama Tattva. And this Brahma Ananda is only a levelesha compared to the Ananda of the Parabrahma Ananda. And that Parabrahma were already in us. And that after studying Shastra thoroughly and by transcending all the upadhis, we can reach to it, identify with it, and find that bliss within us. And for the sake of this Brahmananda, the Upanishad is taught Parabrahmananda, not for the Brahmadeva Ananda or any of the Ananda Meemamsa in between. जो बीच में बताया गया. So these 2-3 things when we study, then this will be done. There is some question answers are there, or there is an avatarika for the last. What do you say? नहीं, not last. इसी पैरा में जो लास्ट few sentences है उसको पढ़ना है ना अभी क्या है हमारे लिए अभी स यश्चायं पुरुषेश्च सावदित्य स एकः स एवं तस्मात् लोकात् प्रेत्या ये सब भी हम पढ़ना है एंड इन दिस डिस्कशन a lot of prashnottari between the Purva Pakshi and Siddhanti. It is running into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages. So that is there. We will study it. 2-3 दिन लगेगा हमको. Let me study and discuss with you. So tomorrow when we come, that Parabrahma Ananda will be explained to us as an ocean, and this Brahma Deva Ananda is only a droplet in that. Thereafter, the further paragraphs analysis. So आज का जो भी है, जो भी बातें समझ में आए, उसका मनन चिंतन करें. Let that knowledge become stronger. सर्वम श्रुति मातु चरणारविंदार्पणमस्तु. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Yes, thank you friends.